Okay, everybody, I am here, and as you see, I have a little friend with me. Say hey to the adoring public. She is a girl, okay? This is Lariah, but we just chilling. We thugging it today. You know what I'm saying? She got on her red, I got on my red, and you know what I'm saying? We just thugging. So don't be all in the comments talking about, oh, he's so handsome. This is a pretty little girl, darling. Tell them I am a pretty little girl, darling. Yes. Anyway, so this is the 2020 update on 5 reasons not to become a CPR instructor, y'all. I know the very first, for those of you who have been with me since the first video, oh my goodness, so much has changed, right? So much has changed, child. I got a whole new child now, child. I done moved to a whole new state now, child. I done went from traveling to kind of being solo. I'm in my office right now with my feet off. I might let y'all see that in another video, child, but not today because I'm just wanting to do this really quick because I don't know how long homegirl is gonna be this interested in this video. Right now, she seemed like she's into it, so let's get into it before she's not into it. Okay, so 5 reasons. The first reason is boom, it's still kind of lonely. Okay, I know I said that a few years ago when I did the first video. I just want to reiterate that because that's still a problem. It's still pretty lonely. I still work alone. That's self-explanatory. If you want more information on that, then go look at my first video. Number 2, still expensive. You still have costs. Excuse me, you have to be able to change with the times. Now, let me just stop for a minute. This video ain't gonna be edited. For those of you who've been around, you already know how I get down. My job is teaching CPR, not being a YouTube marketer, videoer, whatever in the case may be. So that's that on that. I just wanted to make sure I put that disclaimer out there for anybody who's new. Okay, back to what I was saying. It's still expensive. Now, expensive in ways that you wouldn't think, right? Because of COVID-19. So one of the things that became an expense for me was gloves, right? Because I teach first aid, and part of teaching first aid is teaching how to properly don gloves. And when all of this happened, a $5 box of gloves turned into a $15 expense. Okay, so that's that on that. If you want more information on the expense part, go back to my first video once again. So those 2 things are at the top of my list just simply because of the fact that they were on the last list and they are still issues. So if that's something that you know you're going to have an issue with, it's still an issue and ain't nothing changed on that. Okay. Third, you have to be able to deal with people. Is that disturbing you? You don't? Okay, I'm sorry. She ain't like that. You have to be able to deal with people. If you listen, sometimes people. Okay, how can I put this so that I'm politically correct? There's no way to put it so that you're politically correct. You got to deal with people. So if you're somebody that don't really like communicating with people, this ain't for you. Okay, number 4. And yes, I got it written down. I told y'all, I'm old. Do y'all know? This is just a side note. Yes, I'm going into the story. When I was pregnant with her, they told me that I was a geriatric pregnancy. And I was just like, what? Geriatric pregnancy? Like, I'm still, what you mean? You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. They didn't lie, because your girl is tired. I am still recovering, and she is almost 8 months old. You'll be 8 months old in a couple days, girl. You'll be 8 months old in a couple days, girl. Okay, that's that on that. Next, okay, number 4. Now, number 4 is something that I did mention before, but now it's even a more pressing issue. There is more competition than ever. Like it was something to where it was like a little known thing where, so like if this is something that you've been thinking about for like years and you just like, okay, I'm still kind of on the fence on whether or not I'm gonna do it, you can stay on the fence all you want to, and it's gonna be people jumping over you trying to do it. So you can keep on keeping on, and you gonna mess around and get, just pushed right out of your spot, because there's some other people out there that's hungry, that is young, that, maybe just lost a job, now they doing this full time, or maybe they looking into other things to do because they trying to get, it's the CPR business is booming. It's more competition than ever. So if you are not ready to be in a competitive environment, this is not for you. Okay, now the last thing, number 5. The 5th reason not to become a CPR instructor is that you are an essential service that can work during a pandemic. So, there were people who were able to kind of like sit at home because there was no work to be done. For CPR instructors, we still had to make sure that those frontline workers had their CPR certification in order for them to take their travel assignment to New York and all these other places. So yes, during a pandemic, you're out there. You're not necessarily a frontline worker, but you service the frontline workers. So you kind of out there on the sidelines with them. So there was no shutdown for me. I still was going. I had to make adjustments. And then going back to the expense part, now I have a brick and mortar office. I think when I first came out here with you guys, I had an office. And then I went from a brick and mortar to another brick and mortar to a home office, because I figured, okay, I'm going to just, trim the fat. We're going to just do the home office and travel. And then boom, this year the Rona hit right after I had my baby. And I had to get a brick and mortar office anyway. So that's that on that. So those are the 5 reasons why you should not become a CPR instructor. And let's just do a recap. 1 is still lonely as hell. My baby keeping me company though. Look at her. Give it to me. Okay. Yeah, so she kind of keeps me company a little bit, but I think it's more of like a usury relationship, but whatever. Still pretty lonely. Still can be expensive at times. You gotta be able to deal with people. Let's see. More competitive than ever. And you gotta work through the pandemic. So, if those 5 reasons combined with the 5 reasons that I gave you before, because let me tell you something, the 5 reasons that I gave you before are still valid, and these ones are valid as well. Now, if after hearing that it's still something that you want to do, hit me up, and I got you. Stay tuned for some more videos. I will be doing new stuff. I know I have not been on here in a while, but that's because I've been running my business. Like I tell y'all all the time, I come on here just to do quick videos so that I can give you guys information. But as far as like, some big production and everything like that, I'm just not going to be able to do it. I ain't going to be able to do it. I don't have time to be doing no editing. I don't got time to be doing no, what's the page where they be having like graphics and all that. Like, bro, I ain't even got it in me. I don't. Because I teach CPR and take care of children. That's what I do. So, if that's what you want to do and you need some help with that, hit me up. Oh, also, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a homeschool mom. I got 6 kids all together. My oldest just turned 19 about a month ago. No, she turned 19 this month. And then my youngest is this little baby right here. And then I have a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 4-year-old. Yes, child. Them a lot of kids, child. No, don't act like you don't know me. Get back in the frame. Get back in the frame. No, we don't try to hide your face now. The shade of it all, child. The shade of it all. Anywho, I'm a homeschool mom, so I know with everything going on, it's a lot of y'all probably thinking, what am I going to do? I kind of want to quit my job, but I need the money. I really don't feel safe with sending my kids to school, but I don't really know how I'm going to make ends meet. This is a good way to be able to do that. I've been a homeschool mom for a long time for a lot of unfortunate reasons, not because I was fortunate. I was a homeschool mom as I was homeless. So, it doesn't take fortunate. reasons to be a homeschool mom. It can sometimes take something unfortunate and you have to make some adjustments. But that's a whole nother video as well. But that's something to think about too if you're thinking about teaching CPR and you're a single mom and you got everything going on with COVID-19. Oh my goodness, I got to figure out a way to be able to make money, but me and my kids not be in the mix. That is this, because I am here in my office that I own and I run, and that's how I'm able to sit here with my baby and chill, you know, and I'm still working. And I'll give you guys a quick little preview. You know, and then I got my laptop right here next to me, you know, so we getting it in. We getting it in. We getting it in. We getting it in, you know. And I can help you set this up. I've set offices like this up several times across several different cities in several different states. So, I think that's it. I'll be up, like I say, I'll be doing more videos. I know before I will give you guys like one video every 3 months or every 6 months or everything, whatever. I'm going to start doing more videos because I've been getting more requests, and it's more requests with people asking the same questions. So it'll be better if I just answer these questions on YouTube and then direct people towards YouTube. Okay? If you got questions, the best way to get at me is to email me. My email address is firstchoiceest@gmail.com. Hit me up if you got questions. Say bye. Say bye-bye. Bye, girl.